Hey, how's it guys? In this BigQuery API tutorial, we'll learn how to save a query output as a new table in Google BigQuery using BigQuery API in Python. Right, so here in my BigQuery console, let me expand the window a little bit. I have a SQL query to return records from my readers.sql table where the score is greater than 50. And instead of printing the output, I want to store the output as a separate table on my staging dataset using BigQuery API. Alright, so essentially, the table is going to have 53 records once I create a table. Alright, so let me go into my Python script and let's take a look at how we can use Python and BigQuery API to perform the task. So I'll start by importing the libraries. So for this script, I'm going to import the time module and increase the font size. And from google.cloud, I'm importing the BigQuery module. And here I'm creating my BigQuery client instance. And here's the variable to store the SQL statement. So I broke down the task into 5 different steps actually. So the first step is going to be preparing the variables. Alright, so here I'm going to insert my variables. So here I'm creating 3 variables. Project ID, which is going to be the project ID where the source data is located, the destination dataset ID, and the destination table ID. So the destination table ID is going to be the table name that stored the record set. Alright, so once we create the variables, we need to construct the table reference object. So first we need to create the dataset reference. So in Google BigQuery, a dataset is equivalent to a database. So if you are coming from SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, then dataset is going to be equivalent to a database. So here I'm constructing my staging dataset reference. So if I go into my Google BigQuery console, so I want to create my records from my readers table, or my readers table. And I want to move the query result to my staging dataset. Alright, so this is going to construct the staging dataset reference. Then I want to link to the staging dataset by using the client.getDataset method. Then I'll provide the dataset reference. Next, I'm going to construct my destination table reference. And since my destination table is going to be under the same dataset parent, so I can basically grab the destination dataset reference object and use the table method, then providing the destination table ID. In this case, it's going to be my table name. And I'm going to name the table my report. Alright, so that's going to be everything for step 1. For step 2, we need to create a job configuration setting or container to configure the job itself. Alright, so I'll start by creating an empty query job config object. From the query job config object, we need to set the destination where the result set is going to go. And I want to store the result set pointing to my report table. At this point, the table does not exist, so we're going to basically providing a destination reference. And once we create the job configuration container, we can go ahead and run the SQL query using the client.query method. And I'll pass the SQL query. And just to be safe, I also like to set the location manually. So the location is going to be the destination dataset location. So here I can insert the destination dataset object .location to return the dataset's location. So that way that we don't need to manually fix the location in case if I'm using a dataset that are coming from a different location. Then we're going to provide the job configuration setting. So this will be coming from the query job config object. And I'll name the output as query job. Alright, so once we execute the SQL query, and because the job is going to be added to a queue, so we need to wait till the job is executed and complete. So here I can insert while loop. I can say that while query job dot state is not equals to done. Then we want to wait 3 seconds. Then we check the job state using the query job dot reload method. And once the query job is executed and complete, I can insert a message providing the table destination, and that'll be it. Alright, so this is going to be the entire Python script. Now here I'm going to press F5 to run the script. It looks like the script is complete. So here we have the message, query result is saved to staging.myReport table. Now if I go into my BigQuery console, refresh the page. Now if I expand the staging data set, and I should see my report table. If I go into the preview tab, and I should see that the table has 53 records and 3 counts. Alright, so this is going to be everything I'm going to cover in this video, and hopefully you guys found this video useful. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.